Hosa, Umjaga here for Soccer Beat. I'm hanging out with man. When we started this show, we said Ubuyaz. We're looking for guys that have untold stories, and I think we've got a gem here of untold stories. Daylon Claassen, left before even really kicking a ball in the PSL, all the way overseas, straight to Ajax Amsterdam, from Ajax Cape Town, traveled Europe, Belgium, Poland, and also the Bundesliga, second Bundesliga with 1860 Munich. You've seen a lot. You've really seen a lot, and I'm hoping through this conversation we're going to share, for those who weren't able to be with you or didn't see the stories that were covered about you, you'll be able to reveal what you did see throughout that career. Daylon Claassen, a round of applause. Thank you for joining us on Soccer Beat.
Thanks for having me on the show. Thanks for having me on the show. I really appreciate it, and
Finally.
I know it's gonna be a good. I know. I'm like a MIA guy. I'm not really in the pictures and stuff like that, but I prefer private life. Quiet, to the side. You wouldn't even know if I retired tomorrow. No one would probably know. I wouldn't even post about it or anything. I just think peace.
That's why we had
Peace
to
of
bring you
mind
here.
is something. Yes, no, but you don't realize peace of mind is so important that a lot of people take for granted until you're in a position where you're constantly battling with yourself. So just being having peace of mind to just be out and not be judged or thinking about things. It's really it's something people should appreciate more.
For sure. And you're having some injury recovery at the moment. Cape Town Spurs also going through it. You're back at Ikamva, of course. I'm sure in your vision, you envision things looking slightly different at Ikamva when you're coming back to sort of almost retire.
Yeah, yes, you can say so. Obviously being in second division, it's not, coming home. But I'm happy to be there, and hopefully we do well this season. I mean, it's not halfway yet. We still got another 17 games, 16 games to go. So it's not anything is possible. I hope it changes, because currently we're not on a good form, but I'm sure it will change. We know the game of football. Things you can't control, you can play well but you lose, or things just don't happen the way you want to. It could have gone to any other team, but unfortunately we're in this situation now, but we'll get out of it. We got a lot of experienced guys in the team and youngsters that are coming, good quality youngsters that are coming through. So hopefully, things will come together,
You get to spend some time with one of the biggest talking points of that club, a youngster, Asa. Similar position like you. You know how it is in Ikamva. When you become good, you get to move on to the next big club. Asa is at that stage where he has to move. Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, he's staying one more season, but he has to move, going through that transition. And you're spending time with him. How is it?
No, he is an amazing guy. I think he's very matured for his age, if you ask me. Look, I've only joined the club recently, and just being in his midst, amongst him and seeing how he interacts with the guys and being by himself. He's a thinker though, but he's a very matured guy. That's what I can say. Obviously, through the past seasons, I really haven't seen that much, but I've only heard good things about him. And from what I see on training and that, he's an amazing player. So I think he's got a good future ahead of him. He's matured, so let's see what the future holds for him.
For sure. You came home after traveling Europe, really experiencing some of the best football that you could achieve, of course, Daylon. And you chose Vets. Daylon, Vets.
Don't make it sound so bad. Vets was a good team. Vets was, if you look at the team, they were actually an amazing, because all that players, once Vets got sold, look at where they're playing, at the teams they're playing for, and look how well they're excelling. So that team was good. Coach Gavin did an amazing job assembling that team. Although we didn't win the league that season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From
no,
Kleptop, of course, you knew about Pirates and Chiefs. You knew about Sundowns. You knew you had those options. Why didn't you choose those teams that that everybody expected you to choose?
What's the best word to use for this? I don't know. Things just didn't align at the time, because initially I wasn't planning on staying. In South Africa. So my mind wasn't coming back. No, I want to be by this team. Or I want to go to that team. What happened was I was in the Bundesliga and I came down, and the team that I was playing for, that when my season just ended, they got relegated. And then the team I signed a new contract at, they got on the last day. They were going to survive, but on the last day, so I already signed the pre-contract with the team before that, like this team I was going to go to.
What team was that?
I'm going to tell you, like, I forgot the name of it. I was actually like,
Yeah.
the other day, a friend of mine from Germany, they came to South Africa to visit, and I still brought up the name, and he told me the name of the team, but it just slipped my mind because we were looking at the log together because we played together there. So they came down to the visit. And I can't recall the team now, but they because they got promoted the season before. So they came, they approached me, and I signed a 2-year deal with them. But unfortunately, on the last day of the league, they got relegated. So my plan was not to stay at my current team; it was to go to them. But then on the last day, my current team and that team got relegated, which caused me to come back to South Africa. I call it fate. I don't know. I just call it fate. That was supposed to happen. But obviously, then my interest was still returning back there. And I was waiting, and nothing really materialized until, like towards, I think that the team started training here in South Africa. And the team that I would have liked to go play for at the time was Sundowns. But there was a lot of things going on between, I don't know, like, so I just, then Wits came in the picture, and I was like, look, I would like to play for Wits if they would have me. And I went to go play for Coach Gavin, and I was happy though, because I think my first season I did really well there. Second season, after the op on my knee on the side, the ITB, I took a slow start, but then my game never really took off. And then I moved to Maritzburg, and I had 3 seasons there, which I enjoyed also, which led me to go to Egypt. So you see, like, everything happened in a way. So I'm not like it was supposed to happen like it. Although I would have loved to have gone back to Europe, but it wasn't to happen. But it's okay though. I met my wife though. I can say that though. I met my wife when I came back. So that's why I say it's fate. Because when I came back, I met my wife, and I am 5 years, not even 5, 6 years later, I'm married with kids and domesticated. If you want to call it that.
Itaola.
All right, here we go.
Ko betweng ba tshepela hore o tshwantse o betjhe ka tsela e nepahetseng. Ka nako e nngwe ho tlamehile hore o ikhule hanyane. Ka nako tse ding
O ska leka go busha tse di lahlegileng.
Nakusasa kuse olunye usuku.
Dlala ngokusemandleni wakho.
Ge o tlhoka thuso go gona.
hopola, bet responsibly.
Sure. How was it then to come up against those big guns? You joined Vets, which was a challenger at the time. Of course, you won the league ultimately. But facing those guys, the teams that are celebrated in South Africa, the big three, Sundowns, Chiefs, and Pirates. Your impression of them, because when you left the country, you went straight from Ajax Cape Town to Ajax Amsterdam.
Correct. And I didn't like the season before I left. I remember I never played really much in the first team. Like I look at like Serrero played, like he had such an amazing season before he left abroad. And look how well he did. Where I never really like played a lot that season before I left, because I signed a pre-contract with Ajax Amsterdam when I was 17. So I came back for 6 months to wait the 6 months out. I was training with the team, but I never really played a lot. But coming back, like you can see there's a lot of talent here in South Africa, but there's always this, like, I don't know how to put it, like South Africans, I would put this like Brazilians. You put them in any team, they can play dribble, do whatever they go. But like I felt like in Europe it was very tactical. the way how they went about their game. So it's not necessarily if you're the fastest player, the skillful player, or if you, as long as you do what the coach wants you to do, then they'll play you there. Like, but I was fortunate enough that I went at the right time. I got in at the right time. Maybe just decisions I made
Yeah.
while I was there. I regret a bit, but other than that, like
Yeah.
I'm happy how my career turned out though. I would have liked it to be better, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It
It looked tough breaking into that Ajax Amsterdam team. You were coming up nicely in the reserve team, getting your shot in that Ajax Amsterdam first team. How what was the stumbling block into breaking in and getting regular action like Tulani did?
What it was like. As like I said, like Serrero had like a good season before he came through. I think when I got there, they let me train with the first team, but I don't think I was ready mentally yet for it. You watch these guys on TV and now you go play next to them. I think I was a bit, I wouldn't say starstruck almost, like I couldn't even pass a ball straight. So it was really quick, man, And I think like a lot of things happened just when I arrived there. They put me into the first team, let me train there and then play with the second team. But they told me I wasn't ready yet. Hence I say I think I was starstruck. I wasn't like, on par and I could feel it. And then I had the following season, I went again pre-season with the first team, and then I was going to be turned into a right back. And at this time, Gregory van der Wiel was playing there, and I was like, oh, this guy's young, and they want to make me a right back. And he's already the talk of the town. I will never play there. So I was like in dispute about that, but I'm never going to get the chance type of thing, because I've never played right back. I'm a midfielder, and now they want to make me right back. And that's why I say decisions I made. And that was one of the decisions what I made, why I left Ajax Amsterdam ultimately, was because they want to play me in a different position, which I wasn't feeling. But looking back, I wish I had stayed and bodied the position, because I think I could have done well in the position. But when you're young, you're immature, you think you know better type of thing and all of that. So that was
coming back.
Sorry, man. I just think like coming back, leaving too soon, and then being there, I wasn't mentally ready yet. Hence the breakthrough didn't happen there.
Yeah. And you are stepping into some big shoes, Steven Pienaar, Tulani Serrero. So it's totally understandable. And I know a lot of people were asking from Holland saying, is he like Steven Pienaar,
No, he's an amazing guy, Pienaar, though. So yeah, coming there, with the cornrows and stuff, they thought I was Pienaar's child or something, his brother or something. I was like, nah, because our styles were also similar. But yeah, no, he's actually someone that I looked up to growing up. I think he's an amazing footballer, and I'm happy that I got the chance to play with him at least on international level, with Bafana, while Coach Pizzo was the coach.
Yeah.
That I could play matches and trainings and stuff like that. So yeah, no. It was really that's why I say the journey. Sorry.
And you missed each other at Vets as well. He didn't stay too long.
Yeah.
He didn't stay too long at Vets to welcome you.
So like everything, like, that's why, like, just the step there. But also remember, like, when I moved there, I got an opportunity to be in the national team. So after the Under-20 World Cup, we jumped to the national team. So I didn't do Under-23. And then when I went to national team, I used to travel a lot up and down. And I used to miss games with the second team, which also cost me in the sense, because I had a conversation with the coach. I remember before I left, and I was asking him like why I never get game time as much as the other guys. And one of his reasons was because you're constantly gone. Because I couldn't understand why I'm not playing. I'm going national team, but when I come back, I'm on the bench or like, And then he told me like it's because it's like good for my career, but it also hurts my career. I don't know, like, because if you go, and I wasn't playing regularly, so I used to go national team, get maybe here and there a few minutes. Sometimes I don't even play. Then I come back, and then the team has trained the whole week. They play the weekend, then I'm on the bench. Then I get maybe 5 minutes. And then following week, if a team did well, the coach can't just change the team. He keeps the same team, which cost me time to play also, like, Which, but it's an honor to represent the country. But I think if I can go back, I would have handled it a bit differently. because I think
Yeah, yeah.
if I maybe got more game time, maybe my chances of like into the first team would have also been a bit different, you know.
For sure.
So like that's like your dilemma you have, like playing for national team and for second team. If it was
And for
first team, it
second
works
team.
out because then they have a break. But our second team, it wasn't a break.
And not everybody in that second team is in the national team of their country.
Exactly. So I was going and the rest were training and they were playing matches. The coaches could. I was busy running away home. But it's all good though. It's all good.
Nah. Let me give you a break, a breather, and then we come back to some of the fun stuff and your impressions of what you saw when you started to face the big three.
No.
Win with SoccerBeat and Puma. Win one of 2 Puma Mamelodi Sundowns jerseys for season 2024-2025. Follow at SoccerBeat and simply answer this easy question. What is the Mamelodi Sundowns slogan? What is the Mamelodi Sundowns slogan? Post your answers in the comment section below. Don't forget to tag friends and let them know about this competition. Good luck. Standard T's and C's apply. Welcome back. Umjaga here for SoccerBeat. I'm hanging out with Daylon Claassen, uncovering some of the stories. As you know, he's an underground guy. You don't find out a lot about him, but he's accomplished. Traveled Europe, played most of his career in Europe, Poland, Belgium, Germany, of course, Holland, Ajax, Amsterdam, and back now in South Africa, finishing off where it all started at Ikamva, Cape Town Spurs. No
Correct.
longer Ajax Cape Town, of course, as well. Daylon. Your impressions, when you when you faced the guys, Sundowns, Chiefs, Pirates, did you have that burning desire to also beat them like every other kid growing up?
Yeah, no. Definitely playing against the big three, like even SuperSport was a team that you can also, like, if you play against them, you want to beat them. But like playing against them was always an experience because the guys, like I said, talented guys and all the good guys, they go to Pirates, Chiefs, and Sundowns. So playing against them was always a task. But like the support, like the supporters, I felt was amazing. I remember with Eric Gwala, the Friday night lights with when we played Chiefs. There, the whole field was like, people weren't sitting, everyone was standing right around the field. That was like one of I want to say one of my best experience that I had in South Africa with the team. Although, like when you play Sundowns, because in the stadium you have like, but Eric Gwala, you got the one side, the other side, and then the sides. So this side here where people can stand, they only stood against the fence because everything was full. And like it was like one of my. It was nice to play against them, man. It's like you want to beat them, but at the same time you think like, yeah, but they can make you look like a fool there, because in South Africa they got that. So like, it was a nice experience, man. It was a nice experience. I would have loved to play for one of them, but it's like I said, in soccer, life takes you different directions. As long as you're true to yourself and you play to the best of your ability. Look, I'm 34 now. I'm turning 35. I'm still playing, so yeah, I can't
You
complain.
played you played against some of the best players. You played with some of the best players out of South Africa, even obviously in Europe. You were also coached by some of the best coaches, to come out of the country as well. So you probably also experienced, the good sides from Amachita to Mafana Mafana. I wanna get to know Taylor now. The crazy moments that you did share with some of the teammates. Who were some of those crazy teammates or funniest teammates?
In each team you have like your funny guy, like in each. But I think like one of my funniest things that I did was, it was a Scottish guy. His name was Barry. So we went pre-season to, was it Madrid? We were at Marbella in Spain, like and one of the guys, like, we used to joke with him because he was an up and coming youngster. We put fish into his. We went to the shop, went to go buy this sardine fishes, and we put it in his boots. And this particular day we had free because the coach said no, we off basically. So he went to town. So we went to go buy this, and he wasn't in his room. We put it in. We locked it in the cupboard. And then the next day, in his boot bag, we were driving on a bike to the field. And he kept on saying, like, what smells like this? What smells like this? But not realizing his bag is like, because he never opened his bag until. So when we got to the field, He opened it and the whole smell came through. Now you know how when fish sits there, when frozen is nothing, but when it gets like, you know what he actually did with the boots. So one would think he would take out the boots, try and clean it. He actually threw that boots
Yeah.
away. He threw it away. I just shook my head. I said, what? But okay, the guy, like I said, he was an up and coming youngster, and like they
Yeah.
get like boots like consistently, you know, through sponsors and stuff. He actually threw the boots away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now every time when we like when we go out or we do something, I make sure all my stuff is locked up because I'm waiting for the retaliation. So I was making sure like I put it in like locked up places and it. That was like one of the funniest things that I can say that I've done like with the group of guys being in
With the teammates.
pre-season. Yeah.
What team was that?
There was at Poland when we played at Lech Poznan.
Yeah.
And then we did,
All
yes.
right.
And we did.
And Daylon, of course, you rate yourself among some of the best players. Of course, you rate yourself. You know,
No,
you were
I
called the
don't
next
rate
Steven
myself
Pienaar.
amongst the best. No. I'm a regular player. I am a regular player.
Who would you rate? Who would you rate that highly on your list?
Look, I'm a type of like like in like Tembas One is a really good player. I think the reason I like Tembas One, even Mukwena, I also like. I know everyone makes a hype, but the reason I like them is because I feel like they're team players. They're not individual players. If that makes sense, they
Sure.
play for the team,
Sure.
which also makes them look good, and then ultimately, like they get the praises they deserve. But like for me, like that I rate in South Africa very highly is the currently now is Mukwena. I think he's doing an amazing job, like in the position he is and how he plays for the team, and he contributes defending and attacking. But Zwane is also amongst them, but Mukwena, as I think, is really
Big Mukwena.
Now, I'm a Mukwena fan because like I said, he's a team player, and I'm all about team. I don't like individual players. You can be good individually, but with the team, I like team players.
Sure.
So
No, I can dig that. I can dig that. And the one who got one over you, the trickiest player you played with, where you were like, you could sit down and be like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this guy.
I we all know him already. The left-footed Zongo. Everyone knows him. I still when we were, I think I was under 17. We were trialing, like you go to the national team and you do like, I don't know what he did with the ball with his left foot. I just looked in amazement because he was at Super Sport at the time. But when you do the trials and stuff to get into the national team and under 17, stuff he was doing with the ball and how he could kick a ball, I found really like he's now one. Like I think we did 1-against-1, and he did something and I didn't see the ball. Next thing I see, he shoot the ball, and then I was like, I don't want to go against you. That's fine. Because he did something, but when someone does, you're looking for the ball and it's just, and I see the ball going again, I was like, I don't want to be playing you. He's like, for me, like, I think he would have had like an amazing career. But unfortunately, like lifestyle and stuff like that, which happens, it could have happened to me also, was just unfortunate.
Yeah. Eish, Masibusane Zongo. Everybody, everybody who's played with him rates him up there as the best player they played with.
Yeah, no, he was really like, he could really impact a game. He could change a game. It's just like his mind had to be in the right space. Then he could like do amazing stuff. I remember Coach Rami used to like, if he's offline, it just come off. Because there's nothing you can do. He's already gone. But when you put him on and he's buzzing, don't take him out. Leave him. Now you don't need to tell him nothing. He'll change the game himself. And that's how it was. Like, they are just like one of those players,
Nah, solid, man. I appreciate your time. I think we've
I
uncovered some
appreciate you
things,
for having me.
but I do think we need a part 2 because there are some things that I'm sure are going to pop up from the users. They're going to comment and say, no, please ask him this, please ask him that. So I really would love for you to make some time.
I'll be more
Please,
than
man, the
happy
fans
to.
will definitely want to hear.
No, it's all
For
good.
sure.
Although,
Thank you
like,
very much, Daylon.
I don't think like nobody remembers me anymore, man. I think that's why I said like I don't. I remember I never played really long in South Africa. So like like in my mind I'm always thinking South Africans, they don't really know me type of thing. So, but if they want to know, I'm more than happy. You can just contact me and we can do it. There's no problem.
That's why we're here at SoccerBeat. That's why we're here at SoccerBeat. And that's why we have this show here, Ubuyazi. It's about getting to know those things, especially those
Nah,
who missed it. It's almost like in case you missed it, here's Daylon Claassen.
if you know who is. I appreciate it, Mjaka. I really appreciate it.
Please interact with us on social media at SoccerBeatZA. Keep in touch. Let us know what you think of this episode. Drop your comments with more questions to ask Daylon Claassen so that he can come back and answer them for you. My name is Umchaka, signing out for you. SoccerBeat, let the beat do the talking.
Nah, okay.
SoccerBeat, what's